Hi everybody, if you guys don't know, I am Patrick Toy Reviews. Today we have another figure unboxing, and you probably guessed the title. Today we actually have is the last villain in the Creepy series. We have the 10,000 volt ghost. So, if you guys have been following my channel, I've been talking to you guys about the updates with this guy. He finally showed up, and now we actually have him in hand. So, if you guys don't know this, I've been keeping tabs on this package the whole time. I was able to get the 10,000 volt ghost. There is another item that I did also got. So, if you guys don't know this, the guy who sold me the figure lost the item. But he sent something as an apology, which was very nice of him. So, not only do we have this to review, but he also sent... Now, I did send you photos of what it is, but I'll just show you, if you guys don't know this. He sent me over a All Real Monsters chalkboard. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, I never seen this TV show, but I do know that it is made by Culturefly, which is a good company, because if you guys have been following my YouTube channel, I actually did a Tiny Mites. If you guys don't remember, they were the companies that made the vinyl figures of Shaggy and Scooby, as well as the Tiny Mites. I also did hear from Toy Fair this year, we are getting Scooby-Doo popsicles, so that's going to be something to look forward to. And not only is this an item by Culturefly, but it's also exclusive to the Nick's box. So maybe this guy had a thing with nostalgic. It'll make sense. Maybe this guy had a thing with nostalgic. Like, you know how, if you guys don't remember, if you guys remember watching Comfort cartoons, where he collects items from from the 90s, the 80s. I think this guy also was into nostalgic. I mean, it makes sense if he had this. So, basically, I want to open this up and see what it looks like. I do know that these do come, on the back side here, we have the three characters, which I think, I did look up their names. That's Ablina, Crumb, and I think Ikis, that's what his name is. Again, I never seen All Real Monsters. It's been a long time since I've seen Nickelodeon stuff. The only time I've seen Nickelodeon stuff was Hey Arnold, and I remember just watching both the movies. But I think this is made by the same people that worked on Rugrats, which I think I remembered a lot of this. So I don't know if people remember, but I think there was a crossover between All Real Monsters and Rugrats. But I think this looks pretty cool. Let's open this up and see what it is before we dive into the 10,000 volt ghost. Which again, it's kind of cool how this guy actually sent this over. So yeah, so we have, so here's the sign. So basically, you can hang this up. Oh, I think this looks pretty cool. I do like it. I can try, if this is a chalkboard, I can try scribbling zoinks on here, or like any catchphrases from the TV show. I actually do like this. I do like the play. I like the side having the logo as well as this being a sewer plate. Maybe what I'll do is I'll hang this up somewhere and you guys can see this. But I think it'd be something cool to hang this up, so you guys can see this. But yeah, so this is a good product. I think this is pretty cool. If you're a big fan of nostalgic, I think this is a good item for you. I think you can, I don't know if you can order it online, but it's kind of nice that the guy sending me as an apology gift, which was pretty nice of him. So now, since we got this out of the way, I think it's time we unbox the 10,000 volt ghost. So originally, I was going to get him in the Skeleton Man to replace figures with, because if you guys don't know this, I originally got the ghost in the 10,000 volt ghost to replace some of the figures I had, and he was on the list of one of the figures being replaced. Now the thing is, I didn't realize this guy had an accessory to go with them, and apparently they kept the accessory for this guy because if you guys don't know, this, I actually unboxed the Freaky Face Scooby and the Zombie. He was one of the characters that you could easily get with another version of Scooby. So apparently they both wanted to keep the accessory for both these guys. So now we actually have. So yeah, so this is not going to be the only video. If this figure pack does show up again, I will definitely pick this up. But right now I'm a bit of a hiatus because I'm trying to earn money to buy a new mystery machine. The one that looks like in the TV show. Because, well, originally I was going to get the 10,000 volt ghost in the ghost figured. But yeah, so this is something to look forward to. Because originally I was doing this because of the zombie figured. But now I feel like I should go after the red beard and the 10,000 volt ghost. So that's pretty much it. Also, this is actually he's from the episode What a Shocking Ghost. And he does have a bio, which we're going to read here soon. We're going to read his bio here. So yeah, so I feel like now with me having all the villains completed, all we just need to get is both Shaggy and Scooby to complete the set, and that should be it. Yeah, because if you guys realize, the last video that I did was the Beast of Bottomless Lake. It was Phantom Racer first, then Skeleton Man, and then Beast. Now we have the 10,000 volt ghost, and now we just need Shaggy and Scooby to complete this set. Again, I might just wait on that because I did recently found out today actually that Walmart just had the black and white Bendy figures, which I'm probably going to be going next after the mystery machine gets, when I buy the mystery machine. But yeah, so let's read this bio and let's see what he says. So, 10,000 volt ghost saying this glowing ghost turned once a cool ski resort into an ice-cold ghost town. Will this ghost ruin a good ski season? It's up to mystery solving crew to uncover the mystery behind the powerful shortage of restoring the spirit of the local skier, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize that 10,000 volt ghost is pretty much the ghost of Voltnerd. Yeah, because if you guys don't know this, the 10,000 volt ghost is a unique villain in general. He's probably one of the more classic ones. But I remembered, I think this is supposed to be the ghost of Voltnerd. That's his original name. But since people are calling him the 10,000 volt ghost, I think everyone's been calling him the ghost of Voltnerd. Because if you guys don't know this, the ghost of Voltnerd, the 10,000 volt ghost, aka the ghost of Mr. Voltnerd, he was actually the electrician who worked at the power plant in Winterhaven. That is actually, it's kind of weird that they mentioned Winterhaven in the bio because that's where the episode took place. It took place in Winterhaven. So yeah, so let's unbox him and see what he looks like. Nope. Oh, that was easy. Nope. Don't worry, I got this. Yeah, so here's the figure out of box. So again, so you guys have been following the channel. It's pretty simple. This is the figure, and this is the accessory, and this is the flip book that it comes with. And you can tell it says Scooby-Doo and What a Shocking Ghost. We'll take a look at the flip book last. But yeah, so here is the figure. So here it is, the 10,000 volt ghost. Also, I don't know if you can tell from the light here, but he looks a little transparent. which I think looks pretty cool. The coolest thing is about the 10,000 volt ghost figure is he's kind of like transparent. Here, let me show you some. Here, let me show you guys something here. Okay, so here, let me show you something. So watch this. Look, this is a flashlight. Watch this. Look. Yeah, the 10,000 volts goes. So basically, I think this is kind of cool. They made this figure transparency. Also, it looks like the room's like yellow. But yeah, that is kind of cool. It's kind of cool how they made the figure transparent. I also think it looks kind of cool with the lights on. But yeah, this is the 10,000 volt ghost. I think it looks pretty cool. He does have joints in both the arms and the legs, which I think is pretty cool. I also like the joints. You know, I'm gonna have the flashlight on so you guys can see it. But yeah, I think the 10,000 volt ghost looks pretty cool though. I do also like the. Yeah, because originally when I had the 10,000 volt ghost, I didn't know he had an accessory. Which, this is what it is. Apparently, this is a jumble of wires. Apparently, how it works is you put the figure and you put this over the ghost. So it looks like he's like tied up. Yeah, so this is what the 10,000 volt ghost looks like in the other packaging. He kind of had the jumbled wires against his, which I think looks pretty cool though. I do like this. I do also like how this is a good accessory for the 10,000 volt ghost. If I want to be honest, this might be the better accessory for him. I think it's like a hard plastic. But yeah, basically the whole premise is you're supposed to put the 10,000 volt ghost over the wires. And yes, he does transparent, look. Yeah, now it just looks like, now the whole room's bright orange. I do also like it, again, I think this guy being very transparent, I think this guy looks pretty cool though, being transparent and stuff, and shoving against a flashlight makes the whole room bright orange. Which, by the way, if it does blind everyone, I do apologize. But yeah, so, all in all, this is not a bad figure. Being him having accessory and stuff, I think the accessory is pretty cool. And it is kind of cool how the action pack also brought the accessory back for him. Maybe people liked it how this guy had his own accessory. And who knows, I might keep this for the guy. So yeah, so here is the flip book. Yeah, so the flip book's pretty good though. So here's the back of the book, by the way. It says, like, wow, the game turns this villain into a runaway ghost ball. Who's the crook? Voltner. A disgruntled power plant worker. Together, he and the mayor diverted a plan to scare local ski resort residents away. And then they would sell the vacant land at a hefty price. With the Scooby Gang around, these crooks were more powerless than they thought. Yeah, to be frankly, this episode kind of reminds you of Captain Colored. If you guys don't know, in that episode, Captain Colored disguised himself as his own ghost. So I'm pretty sure this is the same thing. Yeah, so like 10,000 volt ghost being the ghost of Voltner, and Captain Colored's ghost being the ghost of himself. I think this is pretty cool. All in all, not a bad figure. And again, the reason why this video took so long is because of the package. Again, I'm not blaming the guy, but I'm not blaming the guy, but still, I'm just glad I finally got this figured, and I'm not blaming him. He did give me the sign though, which I think looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So, what I think about the 10,000 volt ghost is, I think the 10,000 volt ghost figure is pretty cool though. I like the transparency on this guy. I think it looks pretty cool. All in all, not that bad. So yeah, so I don't know what we'll be diving back into the creepy series anytime soon, but I will probably complete the set since Shaggy and Scooby are left. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Let me know what you guys think of the 10,000 volt ghost figure, as well as the Real Monster chalkboard. Which thank you so much to the guy who sent this over as an apology gift. I think it's pretty cool. Again, I think this guy was big and nostalgic. I think I understand a lot because as a guy who collects Scooby-Doo, I understand nostalgics for a lot of people. So yeah, so I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like. Comment down below what you guys think of the Creepy series so far. And let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Creepy series line so far. And so yeah, so hope you guys make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe.